Around 95% of the world's population still remain completely oblivious to the fact that they haven't been living in a dream world. They are not ready yet to find out that they have been living inside an artificial intelligence program called the reincarnation. Yes, exactly like that computer program showed in Matrix movie, but our reality is much more complex than Matrix movie. This artificial intelligence program usually divides our incarnational experiences into levels. In the first level, we have physical incarnations, and in the second one, we have etheric incarnations. In the second level are included incarnations in three sub-levels of the astral plane, incarnations in the low, middle, and high astral plane. There are also imprisonment sectors located especially in the low level of astral plane. Now, you might asking, how did you end up here? As you know, I have taught that we used to have a stellar body before to enter the earth. This body was left asleep in etheric stellar ships out of Earth, waiting for a return for our incarnational experiences here. Some of these bodies got into this artificial intelligence program for rescue mission and others for exile sentence, but both of them ended up trapped into this sophisticated artificial game. So, for each incarnational level managed by this artificial intelligence program, there is a different destiny that we must experience in our lifetime. Every time that we refuse to experience this destiny, or every time that we fail in our incarnational program, we are forced to start everything again. So, after each game over, the cycle starts again as it were the first time, like a mental prison. Each game over represents each physical death that you have had in our past lives. Unfortunately, our stellar body was not prepared for this crazy experience. Our stellar body will remain asleep in cryogenic unless we get a personal spiritual awakening here. You get this spiritual awakening activated from the moment that you realize that the reality here is nothing more than a cosmic game of duality which you have chosen to participate since the beginning, but we don't need anymore. So when you finally crack that you had enough and you don't need to repeat these experiences anymore, you are able to break all contracts that have kept you stuck into this artificial intelligence program. You are finally able to break all religious dogmas like guilt and submission for God. You finally realize that there is intelligent life beyond Earth. This cosmic reconnection will get yourself reconnected to the true love for others as for yourself, like before. So, when we achieve this level of consciousness, we are able to get out of the matrix. There are two kinds of artificial intelligence program managing our incarnational experiences in the universe, but in only one you will find consciousness and respect for the life. This one represents our essence. The other one came to exist due to a creational error occurred billions of years ago. This creational anomaly acquired life of its world and having learned how to survive by vampirizing the energy of the soul trapped into this cosmic game of duality. So, when somebody got abducted by one of these two programs, this person is taken to a Tariq style ship in order to receive a cloning process. From the moment that you are cloned over there, all your future will be totally controlled and guided by them. This can be actually a positive or negative thing. It depends which side have abducted you. I'm going to give you an example of a negative process of cloning abduction. When somebody dies in low vibration in afterlife, this person is taken to a negative ship in order to receive a cloning process as well. During this process, they usually make 12 clones of yourself by your blood and DNA. These 12 clones are forced to get addicted and different types of drugs, including cocaine, cigarette, and alcohol. They are also forced to believe in religious dogmas, becoming this way submissive to God. So, when you finally decide to reincarnate again, your destiny is already set up to experience the same problems and addictions as well. That means your next life will be totally controlled by your own clones living on that chip. The more emotional person you are, more you'll be feeding the beings who manages these ships. They got nutritional fed by our adrenochrome created by ourselves here. This is a real vampirization process. I think now that you can better understand why it's so hard for some people to overcome addictions and why it's so hard to set yourself free from the incarnation prison matrix. Note, it is indeed hard but not impossible. If you believe in yourself, anything is possible.